Hey guys, it's Nestor. We're back with another house tour, and today is gonna be a special one. In behind me is one of the most contemporary villas in Dubai, probably even the world, and it's recently been completed by BCI. This home has truly impressed me, and I can't wait to start showing you around because the interior has one of the most unique layouts we've ever seen, and because it's BCI, it has been dressed, furnished, and finished with all the most top quality materials. We'll leave these specs of the home in the bottom corner, and of course we want to thank BCI and Jan for Foyer Wealth for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. Now, let's begin the tour. So let's start the tour at the front of the property, and immediately we know how special this home is going to be just by its design and the materials and the color tones that we see on the exterior. Now, on one side of the home you have the driveway which leads down to the sub-level parking and two covered spaces just by the side of the property. But as we step through the gate, the home now starts to take your breath away just by the scale of it. It's towering above us. We'll see the huge grey travertine frame surrounding this doorway, which stretches all the way up, contrasted by those beautiful brown tones with the brushed metal finish, also contrasted by the light tones of the travertine steps. And if we look at it, it feels like your very own art piece. It's been fully book matched on the floors, so you can already tell the level of finishings that are going to be inside the home just by entering from the outside. Now we also look at the exterior. You'll see that grey travertine has been introduced into the white facade, which has been done in limestone tiles, so it gives it a little bit of a different dimension. There's terraces above the garage and on the corner of the building over there, and down the side of the property there's a beautiful contemporary water feature and a side walkway leading to the backyard. But now it's finally time to step into the home. So this home is fully automated. You can go in with a key fob or you can enter the code. And as we step inside, now you can really feel the immense scale of the door itself, how it stretches up 7 meters, over half the height of the entire home. Absolutely stunning. And of course, the material on the exterior, now that we're up close, really comes to the forefront. But it's not the most impressive thing. It's the entrance into the home. And I can't wait to take you in there in just a second. Let's explore the foyer area itself. So as I said, this door stretches up 7 meters, and all the way up to the top, it's 12 meters in height. We look above, there's a drop ceiling with this chandelier hanging down in the center in this bauble design. We look also above, there's a viewing balcony from the first floor looking into this whole area, and we start to see glimpses of the materials that they've used throughout the home. So firstly, that dark wood cladding on one side with a seat underneath, beautiful marble highlight wall with a mirror that stretches all the way up to the ceiling, nearly all the way up, with an arch at the top, just giving it a bit of an extra design with these details on the side, recessed lighting in behind, illuminating that beautiful grey marble. But from here, now we start to step into the home. And really, this is on another level. This is simply breathtaking. There's not many homes that I've stepped in. Of course, they have their own touch, but this just feels like the pinnacle of what ultra luxury is. You step into this main area and the whole space opens up. So much light being brought in here, and of course, in the back, you're looking directly onto the Jumeirah Islands lake through that stunning chandelier, which doesn't kind of hinder that view too much. It's kind of a highlight feature going along with the showpiece, which is that view. There are so many details in here that I can't wait to start showing you. So let's start. So as we step in, we come into the welcoming area, the majalis, or the formal seating, if you'd like to call it. Now, all the furniture in this home is imported from Italy, from brands like Minotti, Catalan Italia, and you can just tell by the look, even the touch and feel, the quality of it. Beautiful design with touches of wood on the side, so you can place your coffee while you're sitting down. You don't have to reach onto the coffee table in the center, which is a stunning showpiece by itself, made in 3 different levels with side tables on the side. Beautiful combination of red and green marble. In fact, I love all the color tones that they've used in this home. They go so well together. You can design a home, but dressing it is one of the most important parts, and this has been dressed perfectly. Now around us, you'll see even more seating, like the sofa chairs on the side, beautiful pastel colors with the side tables either side of the chairs, and you'll notice they are made of travertine and marble, combining 2 different materials in that same shape. Now you'll also see we have travertine floors running throughout this entire ground floor, all fully book matched. Now this is what you expect on that ultra luxury level. Now the light tones of that travertine have been contrasted by those color tones and the dark wood materials you'll see all around. Firstly, in this indented ceiling, you'll see that dark wood with the ribbed panels above, integrated lighting and soft lighting around the edge. And also, if you look up, they've got inbuilt speakers which are in a darker tone, so they kind of form with that wood above. But the highlight feature, or one of the best features about this home, is that because it's kind of built on a hillside, so it's integrated into that hill, you have a basement, ground floor and first floor, but the basement is actually fully open with this whole area. You'll see this glass banister here, and as we look over, you're looking down into the basement, and of course the huge window at the back revealing that lake. This is super unique and unlike anything we've seen in our house tours. I absolutely love it. Now let's continue the tour. We'll start making our way through the other different spaces. Now you'll see that same wood on the indented ceiling in the foyer has been used on this ribbed screen in between the formal living and formal dining area. Beautiful circular table, seats 10, light fixture hanging down from the indented ceiling. You'll see that wood's been used on the interior, although they've done it in these triangles just to add different textures. You'll notice that they've done that with most of the furniture and dressings, like even the kind of countertop here on the side. The doors on the exterior have the kind of sharp angles just to lift the whole area up. Now, before we start heading into the kitchen and family lounge, on the side here, you'll see there's a powder room. Beautiful window on the side, looking down the side of the property, and you'll even see the incredible landscaping of the home, kind of bringing the natural element into this contemporary style of the home. Now, the powder room, I mean, absolutely stunning as well. Beautiful floating marble countertop. Integrated sink with the waterfall edges so you don't see the drain. Jessie sanitary, which has been used throughout the entire home. And in the bathroom here, I love how they've used this red gloss which is also reflective to kind of extend this space, but just to add different pops of color and different contrasts throughout the home. Now, if we continue the tour, we'll make our way into the first guest bedroom, which is right by the staircase that leads upstairs. For me personally, this feels like its very own art piece, the staircase, how it winds up, but I'll talk a little bit more about it as we go upstairs. But yeah, just super impressive, all the different elements in the home. Now, let's step into the first guest bedroom. There's a dark door on the exterior, which, if you close it, has this flush look. You open it up, we step inside. Beautiful wooden floors throughout, adding a warmer touch to the bedroom, which you kind of expect in a bedroom. You want to feel that homey feeling before you go to sleep. All around us, combination of dark wood and felt lining in behind the wall, with the bed in the center and ottoman in front. On this side is the cabinets, and on the other is the entry into the ensuite bathroom, which is fully wrapped in travertine, floating vanity, and the walk-in shower at the back, which has the grey travertine we saw on the exterior of the home. Now, if we continue the tour, we'll start making our way to the other side of the home, into the show kitchen and family lounge. Now, along the way, you'll just notice all those different kind of elevated touches, like even the wall sconces on the side is got that backlit marble effect. Now we step into this area, again, huge open space. This home feels massive, especially with that main area in the center, but even the ceilings on the ground floor and the first floor are about 3.3 meters in height. Now, as we step in here, there's more of a darker theme now to the kitchen, to contrast against the light tones that we've been seeing throughout most of the home. Beautiful island in the center with marble countertops that have been fully book matched. And as you touch it, you'll see it has a leather finish. Now, what a leather finish is that they use a special piece of machinery to kind of fully polish the stone, but they don't grind it down. So you can still feel the grooves of the natural rock, but it's not as rough and sharp. It wouldn't cut you, obviously, but it's perfect for a kitchen countertop. And you'll see around it, beautiful rib design with the high chairs in front with the breakfast area, which has been indented, of course, so when you sit down, you're not banging your knees on the edge of the island. Above us, two light fixtures hanging down from the ceiling in different levels, just to add a bit of a different dimension, and it has that backlit marble effect. Now, the kitchen is made by Shake, and all the fixed appliances are Gaga now. So you'll see the microwave and coffee maker, the induction cooktop integrated into the island with the push to open automated fridge freezer combo and the dishwasher right here. Now, that stunning marble from the island has been continued on the back countertops with an integrated sink. But what's really cool is that you can actually close this off. So if you wanted a clean look, close both of these doors off and it just fits flush into the wall. Now, if we continue the tour, what's also hidden into the walls is another secret door. So in the corner right here is the entry into the service kitchen. And of course, no expense has been spared in here either. Got the travertine countertops going along with the floors, storage all around, and Siemens appliances throughout, like the microwave built into the cabinetry above, a 5-gas cooktop, and a convection oven below. Now, built into these countertops, you've got the sink, and as I always say, you need to have 2 dishwashers in a home. What's great is that there's a window at the back which allows natural light into this whole area. And fit into the cabinets at the back, there's a dual fridge and freezer combo. Now, if we head through the kitchen, we come into the family lounge area. Now, for me, this feels like something out of Iron Man. Let me explain. You know, in that movie where he's got that house which has got the kind of glass on the edge of the cliff. Well, I was standing here a second ago, just while we were waiting to shoot, and it really felt like a natural spot. And as you've got glass surrounding you, looking out, it feels like you're kind of flying above the lake. Really surreal feeling. And I didn't realize until at just one point, I was like, this is actually really a natural place to stand. Absolutely stunning. And of course, these are floor to ceiling glass sliding doors. And once you open them up, it connects the indoors with the outdoors. And of course, with the fountain in the middle of the lake, really adds this Zen feeling. And what's great as well is you can see the tip of the Dubai skyline in the back, and you'll get to see it more clearly once we tour the primary bedroom upstairs. Now in the center, beautiful contemporary seating in a circular shape, dual level coffee table in the center with the lounge chairs at the back, adding a pop of color to this whole space. Of course, this is all looking onto this custom TV setup, with the TV fit flush into this travertine marble block, which is seemingly hanging from the ceiling, as there's a space in between the countertop, which runs underneath with wood details either side. Now this is actually extra storage with drawers, of course, underneath. Now let's start making our way to the other side of the home, and I want to take you along with me just so you can get a bit of a different perspective. But I mean, it's just as impressive as we walk in, and obviously the view onto the basement. I cannot wait to take you down there. Now this home is in the Jumeirah Islands, which is a gated community. Of course, all these islands surrounded by lakes, and it's one of my favorite communities because it's already so well built, and there's a great community. There's parks for kids. You'll see in the evening even kids playing out on the street, riding bikes and e-scooters, of course. And in the center, there's this huge hub with a community pool, restaurants. Really is one of my favorites in Dubai. Now, on the other side of the home, we've got this stairs leading up to an exit, going to the side walkway leading to the backyard, right next to the elevator, which goes all the way from the basement up to the first floor. I'll talk a little bit about the elevator whilst we're in the basement, because we're going to take it all the way up to the first floor. But just here, surrounding it, those details, if you look above it, they've added the ribbed rosa flamenco marble just to give it a pop of color against the travertine walls. These are really nice touches. I love this. I mean, most BCI designs are just on another level. Now, this door leads into the office area. Really cozy feel in here. Of course, that's due to those wooden floors and the color tones that they've used throughout. But what's great is those huge windows. One of them is looking onto those two covered parking spaces in the front, and the other, they've added the landscaping right next to the front entrance, adding that nature into these kind of contemporary spaces. Beautiful seating on the side, and of course the office desk setup. Office desk wrapped in leather with shelving in behind, that red gloss we saw in the pad room, with a marble highlight wall feature on the side. Recessed lighting to illuminate those beautifully book-matched veins. And of course, what office wouldn't be complete without its very own bar? The beautiful design opens up the shelving and stores the bottles underneath. Now, if we come back out of the office, just before we head into the basement, we're going to go into the second guest bedroom of the ground floor. You see beautiful art features mounted on the walls, storage cabinets on the entry to the bedroom, although one of them is actually hiding some of the technical parts of the home. Now we step inside here. This guest bedroom obviously has the views, which is the first thing that kind of impresses you, onto the lake in the back through those huge floor to ceiling glass windows. And they bring in that natural light, which makes this room feel super light with those wooden floors, feels super cozy and homey. Got the bed set up at the back, dark wood panels and ribbed details integrated into that wood that matches the ribbed detail on the travertine wall in behind, seamlessly connecting together. Bed set up in the center, all looking onto the TV fit flush in that custom TV wall. Now in the corner is the walk-through closet with glass cabinets on the exterior. You open them up, beautifully lined on the interior. Recessed lighting turns on, which leads into the ensuite bathroom. Floating vanity on the entry, beautiful marble with the rib detail on the exterior, waterfall edge. Now they've used that same marble on the wall at the back, making it a highlight feature. And if you look, it's been fully book matched right there. We look above us, huge rain head coming out of the ceiling with the custom niches on the side. Now we come out of the bedroom and we're finally going to start to make our way downstairs. And from here, this whole thing just opens up. I mean, the view from here onto the entire ground floor is absolutely stunning. Of course, the staircase has the dark wooden banisters on the side, adding a bit of contrast and color to this whole space. Now, if the ground floor was impressive, the basement is just on another level. In fact, it's not even really a basement. As I said, this is all one big, huge open space. And with it being on this kind of hillside, this whole area at the front has those huge windows bringing in natural light to the lower floors of the home. It doesn't feel like you're essentially underground. Now down here, the details are just as magnificent as the ones that we saw upstairs. We've got the Italian modern seating in the center, that stunning chandelier hanging above us in the center with a coffee table set up in dual levels. I love this kind of unique design where they've incorporated all the different materials that we see, like we've got bits of wood and glass with this marble accent on the side with a crack in between. Really nice design. Now, this is all looking at the TV setup, a Bang & Olufsen television. Now, this is all mounted on the travertine wall with the Rosa Flamento countertop acting as a divider between the filled and polished travertine floors and the sandblasted travertine on the highlight wall. But one of the coolest features is the Bang & Olufsen television, which is mounted on that wall. You'll even see Bang & Olufsen speakers either side. You'll see the mechanism of how these speakers open and of course the television. Now the sound comes out of the side. These are actually add-ons. You've got the Bang & Olufsen speaker, which is this part opening underneath. Absolutely incredible. I love these TVs. We'll see one of those, not just like this, but a Bang & Olufsen television in the upstairs lounge. Now from here, we're going to make our way outside before we start exploring the other spaces. Now, what's great about this whole downstairs lounge is that you're connected directly with the backyard. Imagine that. The basement is connected with the backyard, so you can connect all these spaces. And as we step outside, it does take your breath away. It's unlike anything we've ever seen. Super contemporary, like something out of a movie, out of Iron Man, as I was telling you guys earlier. And it truly is that whole cliffside mansion, how it hangs over the edge. We have this huge cantilevered overpart where the formal lounge and show kitchen is, although there's the pillar underneath which supports that whole structure. And while we're here, let's just take a look at the exterior of the home. Those sharp angles and that same kind of theme we've been seeing on the inside, those woody tones combined with the light limestone exterior. Of course, underneath there's the ribbed ceiling and wood details underneath the overhang of the terraces. Now this is not actually wood, this is a composite made specifically for the outdoors to look like wood. I mean, super impressive, literally something out of a movie, and one of my favorite homes that I've seen in Dubai, and especially down here in the backyard, how we're surrounded with all this stunning landscaping. It truly feels like your very own personal paradise. And of course, in paradise, you have to have places where you can relax. So at the back of it is the pool, which stretches all the way down. Those contemporary sharp angles and lines have been incorporated into it, just like the home, stretching all the way down there with these steps leading into the pool. And on one side, on this floating elevated platform, is the two sun lounges, palm trees by the side of it protruding out of the ground, giving it an extra bit of vibe, with the outdoor composite flooring, which is made to look like wood. Now, right in front of the gym area, which we'll see on the indoors, there's a bit of seating with the outdoor lounge right in front of the indoor lounge. Now, also from here, you'll see the walkway down the side of the property where you have access to the service area, which we'll see in just a second, and a separate entrance into a driver's room. Now, all underneath this overhang is the kind of entertainment spots, some of my favorite spots. And what's my favorite spot in a home? It's the barbecue area. So placed underneath is the outdoor barbecue and dining area. Now you'll see more closely that pillar, which is clad with the fluted grey travertine. Now that same grey travertine has been used either side of those side walkways, elevating those spaces, and has been fully book matched, so feels like a piece of art. In front of the barbecue island is the dining table, seats 6, and above it, if you look, it feels like an indoor space with the indented ceiling adding soft lighting, which you'll see when we show you the evening shots. And at the back is one of the most impressive barbecue islands, fully clad in red travertine. We've seen this only in one of our previous tours. Beautiful kind of pastel tone to it, like normal classical that yellow travertine has, but now it's in this kind of pastel-y red, also fully book matched, even around the edges here where you have this indented part. Now, built into the island, there's a sink and of course the grill plates and cooktop. Now, if you want that clean look, you can have it closed, but as we open it up, you can check out the interior. You've got 2 grill plates either side of the cooktop in the center, all powered by gas. Now, this island is also fully equipped with fridges, storage spaces, drawers underneath, which are all soft closing as well. And behind us, a TV, which has been mounted on this grey travertine, but covered just because we're in the outdoor spaces. Now let's start making our way through the rest of the basement, or the lower ground level. Now at the back here, there's this island made out of the Rosa Flamenco marble, travertine rib detail underneath, adding a bit of texture. Now in front, there's the nubuck leather high chairs, and integrated into the island, you've got the sink and plug sockets, just like we saw in the kitchen, seamlessly fitting flush into the marble. But you also have state-of-the-art equipment. Now this is a top brewer coffee machine. Now these things cost around $17,000. Now from here you can pick exactly what kind of coffee you'd like. So for example, if you'd pick double espresso, you can pick the amount of beans, and from experience I can tell you this is one of the best coffees that I've had. Now you also see a pane of glass in behind me. This looks directly into the garage area, so you can display your favorite cars, but I'll show you that once we head in there. Let's start making our way through the rest of the basement. You'll see those Rosa Flamenco marble accents matching with the island shelving forming into the wood-clad walls. But the next door is into the home cinema. We step inside, beautiful, soft, plush carpets throughout. Gives it immediately that cozy feeling, especially with the felt padded walls. They kind of drown out the sound, which is what you want in the cinema. You'll see that felt padding has been fit into sections with the textured paint details in behind, that recessed lighting illuminating those textures. Of course, you've got the huge screen at the back, countertop underneath with the inbuilt speakers. You'll also see speakers built into the felt padding on the side. And of course, the super comfortable seating looking onto that huge screen. Now from here, if we continue the tour, on this side of the home is the service area. So firstly, you've got the service entrance on the side of the property. You'll see the plant and the palm tree that we saw from the upstairs powder room. Now you've got an entry into a laundry area, which has dual washer dryer combo countertops with an inbuilt sink. There's even a small kitchenette, which has its own induction cooktop, inbuilt sink into the countertops, and a dishwasher. And of course, the service quarters, which has 2 single beds and is fully en suite. But let's continue with the rest of the tour. We're going to go directly now into the sub-level parking, and we step inside. There's this kind of glitz or glam. It feels like a showroom, which essentially it is with the window there from the downstairs living area and bar. You're showcasing your favorite cars, and that's why it has to look beautiful in here. Firstly, that kind of sparkle comes from the epoxy flooring in these different colored tones. You've got bits of green, white, and dark pebbles, adding this kind of sparkle. Now, all around us, you'll see these mirrors extending this space even further. And down here, there's a theme. So on the entry, you'll see the Ducati helmets in different colors lining the wall, so you can have different outfits and pick which helmet goes with it best. But of course, one of the highlight features down here, which is a Ducati motorbike. And for me as a kid, this is a dream bike. I think as toys, I had a Ducati and a Ferrari F50 as kind of one of my first toys, and it's always stayed with me. That's my kind of dream cars, the F50 and a Ducati bike. And spending time in this home, this feels incredible. This is what you dream of having. Absolutely incredible, especially in that Ducati red color. Now, of course, at the back here, they've built this cigar lounge for this kind of man cave, this escape from the rest of the home. You've got the wine shelves lining the entire wall, seating in the center with a combination of the dark marble, rosa flamenco ribbed on the pillar, going so well together in those darker themes. I can just imagine here sitting, smoking cigars, having some wine, a bit of charcuterie, looking at obviously the Ferrari F50 in the garage and the Ducati bike. Absolutely incredible. And of course, with this window here from the driveway leading down, you're getting natural light in here, so it doesn't feel like an actual cave. Now, if we continue with the rest of the tour, we go back out of the basement through the main area of the lower ground level to the spa area of the home, the R&R area. Now, we've got the lift, the elevator, which leads all the way up to the rooftop. We'll take that up there in just a second. Let's explore the spa area. We step inside, there's a transition onto soft flooring, which you kind of expect in a gym. And of course, the mirrors on the side, this is typically what you find. But it's been fully equipped with Nord gym equipment, which is top of the range equipment. You can tell just by the quality. If you lift it up, you'll see the walnut wood details on the exterior, chrome on the side. Absolutely stunning. They've used that throughout most of their pieces of equipment. Now, at the back is the actual spa area. There's a sauna enclosed in glass. On the interior, it's been lined with wood, a Himalayan salt back wall, absolutely stunning. And with it being enclosed in glass, you go inside, it doesn't feel as claustrophobic because you've got the incredible views through the gym onto your backyard. And at the back, of course, is the ensuite bathroom. Black marble floating vanity, travertine walls all around with the walk-in shower at the back. Now we're going to take the elevator and start making our way to the bedrooms, but I want to show you a really cool feature about the elevator. Of course, on the interior, it's been lined with marble and the dark wood we've been seeing cladding the walls. But if you notice, the orientation is that upstairs, the door faces that way and here it's facing this way. So the elevator has entry and exits on both sides. On the basement, you're exiting on this side, and on the ground floor and first floor, you're going out the other side. So let's step inside now and I'll see you guys upstairs. And as we step out the elevator, we come to the first floor, the upstairs landing. And we enter, it feels just as grand, as impressive as all the other spaces in the home. And that's down to that same design we've been seeing throughout, with those color tones and those dark elements combined with those bright colors. Of course, you'll see the wood floors throughout the entire first floor, which gives it that cozier touch. Upstairs is the kind of family area. Of course, we've got the viewing balcony looking down onto the foyer area, and we see that chandelier a little bit more up close. And in the corner is the staircase. Now, I told you guys I'd talk about the staircase once we're upstairs, because really it is one of the highlight features for me in the home. It stands out, especially when you're looking at it from downstairs, how it spirals up. But even if you look at it from up here, it still has that same effect, especially with all these windows around, stretching all the way from the floor up to the roof, bringing that natural light, illuminating this whole area. You'll also see the wood floors have been continued on these stairs all the way down with recessed lighting underneath. Now, as we come to the top of the stairs, they've got this showpiece piano. And I know in a lot of my previous stores, I always have a go. I'm going to try and contain myself, although the kid in me just wants to press the one and we'll carry on with the tour. Now, above it is this stunning chandelier hanging from the indented ceiling, which has been clad with those triangular pieces of wood, just like the dining area downstairs. In behind, all custom shelving with the gloss red piece in the middle, reflecting this space as well. Now, upstairs in the landing, we've got the family lounge, beautifully set up with the light tones on the seating contrasted by the deep reds of the lounge chairs at the back. In the center, dual level coffee table. On one side, we've got marble, the other one dark wood, the same combination of materials we see throughout the design of the home, although integrated into the wood part. There's the marble detail indented inside to place coffee cups, drinks, whatever you would need. Really nice design. You'll see that same design on the marble top on the other side. And also it has a leather finish, just like the marble island downstairs in the kitchen. Now, this has probably been the coziest space for me in the home. Obviously downstairs is super grand with those expansive ceilings, but this is somewhere where I felt I could chill the most. And of course, above us, the indented ceiling with the paneled dark wood cladding, adding a different element to the room with that recessed lighting illuminated by it. Now in the corner, we've got a Bang & Olufsen television. I told you we've got one while we were in the basement, but this one is in a little bit of a different design, although you'll see these wood elements on the exterior of the speaker, similar to the one we saw downstairs. This is the latest model and it's on this swivel base, and you can tell the quality of just how easily it turns. Now, of course, if you don't want to watch TV, you've got your very own incredible views onto the lake in the back with a terrace in front. But I'm going to take you outside when we're in the primary bedroom. Now, in behind this whole seating area is the upstairs kind of wet kitchen, the small pantry area. Cabinets at the bottom made fully out of travertine. They've integrated fridges up here, of course, an essential coffee machine. And above, they continue the travertine onto this fluted arch with these shelves protruding out and recessed lighting integrated underneath it to illuminate the items on the shelves. Surrounding it, this mirror as well. It makes it feel like it's a very own little cove. Now let's head towards the first guest bedroom of the upstairs. Along the way, you'll see the wood-clad walls that we have on some of the walls integrated into it. We have storage cabinets and the electrical cupboards, which have been kind of closed off by that dark wood, giving it that clean look. Now we step into the bedroom, and just like the guest bedroom downstairs, which is directly underneath us, the first thing that you notice is the view in the back. And of course, those windows bring in that natural light. But what I love about the design of this home is that each of the rooms have the same design style, but they have their own little touch. Like, it's not the exact same setup. You'll see those dark wood elements combined with travertine, but now they've used a fluted design in the back combined with the felt material on the side. And this is all custom made by BCI with the bed setup in the center. Now, all this is looking onto the TV wall with the TV fit flush into the dark wood clad wall again. Different kind of style than we saw downstairs, but with those same touches and a pop of color from the little chair on the side. Perfect for having a little espresso with the coffee machine. You pop in here and enjoy those views. And the corner is the walk-through closet with a combination of glass paneled doors and linen on the exterior. And at the bottom is the ensuite bathroom, fully wrapped in travertine, contrasted by the dark green marble floating vanity, dark wooden drawers, underneath which pull out soft closing, of course, and they've extended the marble from the floating vanity onto this side wall just to add a different contrast in this whole area. The walk-in shower at the back is enclosed in glass, beautiful brushed brass handles which match the same color tone as the Jessie sanitary, which are the rain head above, and custom shampoo niches on the side. Now, if you want to follow me, we'll continue the tour. We're back by the elevator again, where we've got the next guest bedroom. Now, this one is facing the front of the property. We step inside, we've got the cabinets on the entry, linen doors on the exterior. You open them up, recessed lighting turns on. But this bedroom is unique because it has windows wrapping it all the way around, bringing in natural light. It feels super bright in here. And of course, you also have your very own terrace at the back looking onto the front of the property. Now, on the other side of the room is the bed setup. Ottoman in front, combination of those materials that we see, but now again in a different design. Travertine on the edges, dark wood now acting as a divider between the wave-formed felt padding. Of course, the bed in the center and side tables either side with the light fixtures hanging down from the ceiling. And in the corner is the ensuite bathroom. Floating vanity with a combination of wood and travertine and the walk-in shower at the back. Now let's head to the other side of the first floor towards the primary bedroom. And along the way, you get a bit of a different perspective of this whole upstairs landing. And you see some of the design details, the little details that BCI do just to give it kind of that elevated, clean look. You'll even see the kind of AC in panels, but fully symmetrical going all the way along the walls. If you look just here, even around the whole home, they have a reveal detail with the bottom part made out of travertine, but it fits flush with it. And that top part of the wall, which has textured paint, feels like it's floating above that travertine. Now in the corner is the primary suite. On the exterior, there are dual doors. You could close one off just like this. You'll see felt padding on the exterior combined with the dark wood, just so you know that you're going into another elevated bedroom. We step inside, and of course, like all the bedrooms on this side of the home facing the lake, it's the first thing that you see. And there's the doorway leading to the terrace, but we'll get there in just a second. The bedroom itself, as you step in, it just kind of opens up. You really feel those 3.3 meter high ceilings. I mean, I feel small, like just as I am compared to this entire room. Now, before we explore the bedroom and head out to the terrace, let's head into the ensuite bathroom and walk-in wardrobe. Now, on the exterior, there's a pocket sliding door which goes into the wall. On the exterior, you'll see this ribbed panels, just like you see on the ceiling, that same design we've been seeing throughout the home. We step into the ensuite bathroom. It's fully wrapped in travertine, but immediately on the side, you'll see there's a divider stepping onto plush carpet. Now this is the walk-in closet, and those plush carpets really add this warm, soft, textured feeling. One of the most impressive walk-in wardrobes we've seen, one of the biggest on the channel. Now, in here, they've used Rimadesio wardrobes. These are top of the line wardrobes, which have all these different compartments. You open up these glass panel doors. Just by the ease of it, you can feel the quality of it. Glass in behind the background with recessed lighting, and all the kind of finishings are lined with leather, just like the hanging rack here, even lined with leather in all the drawers on the two islands in the center. Of course, glass countertop, just so you can display your favorite items in the top. On the side, we've got this incredible amount of shoe shelving, and in the mornings, it's actually stunning because the sun rises on this side and how it shines on here. It looks amazing, and I don't know if I could fill this walk-in wardrobe with clothes, but I do love my shoes, and I can just imagine the collection I would have. You also have a small terrace at the front, which we saw at the start of the tour, and at the bottom of the walk-in closet is a small vanity area with a wooden countertop. Now from here, let's step into the ensuite bathroom. Firstly, on the side, you've got the water closet and walk-in shower, both enclosed in glass. Now, let's step into the walk-in shower, which I rarely say, but there's so much space in here. It feels like it could be an apartment in New York or in London. You could even fit a single bed in here. But yeah, it's fully wrapped in travertine with Jessie sanitary, dual rain heads above, which are multifunctional. You'll see all the different settings right there. I'm not going to test them out as I am fully clothed. And of course, a shampoo niche on the side. Now, if we continue the tour, on one side, we've got the dual floating vanity, rosa flamenco marble countertops, wooden drawers underneath, and with the bathroom being wrapped in travertine, they've introduced different details like the fluted travertine, and if you look, it's book matched. Now that's incredibly difficult to do with fluted marble. Huge mirror above, kind of extending the space even further. Light fixtures on the side, although you are getting natural light from the window at the back looking onto the primary bedroom terrace. Now, for extra privacy, of course, this window has the privacy glass, which I thought was a really cool feature. Now, the rosa flamenco marble has been continued into the cove, the bathroom cove, where we've got the bathtub integrated into the elevated platform. This whole cove is made out of that same marble, although they've introduced this rib detail, which wraps all the way around just to give it different textures and separate it. Now that rib detail continues on into the niche at the back. I absolutely love this feature. Now we go back into the bedroom and start exploring. So in here we see all those different materials that have been used throughout the home. That dark wood cladding the walls, transitions into the travertine, the custom made travertine TV wall with the TV fit flush into it. Of course, beautiful pastel green seating to sit at the back and enjoy those views. And on the other side is the bed setup. Huge bed, custom made felt padded back wall. Now the felt now has two different tones just to give it a little bit of contrast, divided by these brushed brass metal finish details. But the best thing about the primary bedroom is that it has its very own outdoor terrace, and as the sun is setting now, this feels like the perfect spot to come out to end the tour together with you guys. Now, of course, out here we've got the outdoor seating in those pastel colors like we've seen throughout the rest of the home. Beautiful custom-made travertine tables, but what is the pièce de résistance is that incredible view. Firstly, you notice that lake, the fountain trickling into the water, creating that beautiful sound. Also, we notice the pool area in the backyard and the basement, all the way down 3 floors. Absolutely incredible. But the pièce de résistance is that skyline view in the back, because for me it's incredible how it feels like we're like in a European town somewhere. We've got all this nature and landscaping, even of the Jumeirah Islands community surrounding us, but in the background there's that incredible skyline, that metropolitan feeling. Such a juxtaposition, but they somehow kind of marry so well together. That's why this city is incredible. Now, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our tour. We want to thank BCI and Jan for allowing us to showcase this incredible home. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed touring it for you. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you know when the latest video has been released. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next tour.